King T3 back with another video, but this is a different video. The title is "What is your story?" The question is, what made you want to become a teacher?
So I would say that what made me want to become a teacher was my mom was a teacher. And so I would go to work with her sometimes, and she used to work at, I remember particularly when I was in high school and in college, she was working at School of the Arts in Rochester, New York, and I just liked going there. I just liked the energy of her students, and I said, oh, this is how you can make a difference in this world. That, you have students that sometimes they come in the room and they're not happy for that day, and then as soon as they finish up your class, they're happy, and they feel like they accomplished something for the day. So I think my biggest inspiration was my mom.
My grandmother went to that school. She went to her and Tay Diggs was the same year. They graduated the same year.
Oh, really?
They both went to the same school.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's I found that out a few years ago. So that was like
that's a great connection, Tim.
Tell me something about your childhood, like growing up. What was something that impacted you?
I would say that one of the things that impacted me was when I was going to different schools. So when I first started out going to school, I was going to this Christian school, and then after that I went to a regular school, and then so up until about 5th grade, and then in 6th grade I went to a Catholic school. And then I went back to public school. So it was always, because my mom's an educator and my dad as well, it was like they were always trying to find a perfect school for us. And so both my brothers and my sister and I, we all went to different schools. So we didn't get a chance to go to school, the same school from kindergarten through 6th grade. But I think that impacted me because when you're new somewhere, you have to learn people, you have to observe people and learn how to make friends. And so I think that impacted me.
Okay. If you were not a teacher, what would you have been? What was the option?
If I wasn't a teacher, I think I would definitely be in the entertainment industry. Because
What type of entertainment?
I think that I would like to, if I had not been a teacher, I would have liked to have been maybe a singer or slash actress kind of role. And then after that, when I would reach a certain status, then I would have my own talk show.
Okay.
Like you.
I actually totally forgot. Tell the viewers what's your name.
So my name is Tyelise Dorsey Patros, and I am Timmy's Spanish teacher. It's my 2nd year teaching him Spanish, or at least trying to.
What's my other question? Have you ever done any sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I did a bunch of sports. I did swimming, I did track and field, gymnastics, field hockey, I did flag football, basketball, a little bit of soccer. But I would say my favorite sport, and you probably know this, my favorite sport is track and field. Yeah.
Were you ever bullied in school?
Yes, I was.
What was the worst time that you were ever bullied? What was the story of the worst time that you were bullied?
I would say it was in 5th grade, and I was at a public school, and I was being bullied by this boy that was also bullying my friend, and he was targeting us because the color of our skin and our background. And so my friend was Southeast Asian. She was from India, and he was, saying all the meanest things to her when we would walk home, and then he was saying, really, mean things to me, and he would, try to chase us on his bicycle. And I mean, when I look back at it now, it's I'm happy that we didn't have social media and we didn't have, our cell phones or anything like that, because it could have been a lot worse. He could have, cyberbullied us. We just had to deal with him in person. And then when he was at school, he would act perfect. He would act like, there was nothing wrong. And then he wasn't doing anything wrong.
Since you brought up that because of the color of your skin, how does it feel to be a black woman, to be a teacher, as a teacher?
I think that being a woman of color, I think that you feel a certain sense of responsibility. You feel a certain sense of responsibility to, teach students about who we are as people, and how, we're not just these stereotypes. We're not these monoliths and things like that. Like we're much more than that, and to teach them about our excellence, through example. And then I think also when it comes to like teaching all students, I think any culture that anyone has been, that anybody is from, they have experienced otherism. They've experienced being othered, and I think as, a teacher of color, we're a minority, as far as education, as far as across the United States. And so, there's certain things that you learn how to do. You learn how to be, in a school environment that may be different from home.
Other than your mother that it inspired you, who else would have, like, your idol, a celebrity or something?
A celebrity idol that I have? I would say, celebrity idols. I mean, there's certain actresses that I really admire. There's certain athletes that I really admire. I would say that I really admire the way that, trying to think of who I would say is one that when I look at them I say, okay, I really like Viola Davis. I really like her and what she stands for as an actress and how she treats people. I really like, I like Shakira a lot. I think she's amazing, as an artist.
For the viewers, what did Viola Davis, like, what shows was she in?
Oh, I really liked that when she was in the movie The Help. Yeah, that was really impactful. Yeah, that was a good movie. And like with Shakira, what I liked is how she, she started out in her first language. She started out singing in Spanish, and then she started to cross over and she was singing in English, and she had so much, success with, that World Cup song Waka Waka in 2010, and then just the way she has her own organization and she helps, young people who are struggling with homelessness and hunger in her home country of Colombia. Viola Davis has been very vocal about asking for women to have black female artists to be paid what everyone else is being paid. So she's compared herself. She's been told that she's one of the best actresses in the world, but she doesn't earn as much money as someone like Meryl Streep or, some of the other actresses that may be a of her generation are a little bit older than her, but she doesn't earn the same amount of money as they do. But she's been an advocate for that. She's not the only one, but that's one of the things that I appreciate about her. And I appreciate how she embraces her skin color and has a lot of confidence in herself.
Okay, now as we come to an end to today's first episode of Your Story, would you recommend anybody else to come on to the show, or you would come back onto the show?
I would definitely come back onto the show. I'm excited that you picked me to be on this show. I feel like honored, most definitely. I think that there's a lot of other, teachers that you could interview here at Roth that would be excellent for you to understand their story.
Let them know what show this is.
Okay, sit down.
Yep, I will.
No, let the people know what show. What's the title of this?
Of this show,
Yeah.
right here. What's your story?
Yeah.
What's your story?
All right, make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment for more ideas. Also, if you want, comment some questions down in the comments. Subscribe. We almost to the 500 subscriber goal, and I'll see y'all on the next one.